Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Slipstream. If you thought last week's weekend's playoffs wasn't exciting enough, we will bring you guys and girls at home a promotion and relegation tournament game. I am your host, Victor VTM, joined alongside Blue Wolf once again.
Yeah, it's good to be here, Victor. A bit later than we normally cast it, at the weekend, me and you on the early games in the playoffs. And I know you said they might not have found the playoffs exciting. I don't know how you could. It was thrills and spills all over. And one of the team that was a spill, you could say, is RiZe eSports. They slipped up in the final to ILV Black, and that sees them here. They're going to be taking on Godalions, Celeritas. Godalions, Celeritas, they're the team that could drop down. RiZe eSports, of course, looking for that promotion. How do you see this one shaping up?
I mean, considering how the grand finals went, there were some highlights by RiZe eSports. But of course, if we look stats-wise, RiZe eSports looks like a team that is very thirsty to get into Division 1. Missing out on the grand finals was unfortunate, but nonetheless, Godalions Celeritas, if we look at their side, haven't been the best for them in this season, not winning a single series. Only 6 games, not even a series. So only 6 games, which is very unfortunate for them for 9 weeks. So in my eyes, I believe RiZe eSports will finally get the taste of that victory and move on to Division 1.
Well, you said that Godalions Celeritas, they've won only 6 games. RiZe eSports, they only lost 10 games in league play. That really shows the gulf between the two sides. But the question is how big is that divide between Division 2 and Division 1? It's quite hard to tell sometimes. These are only the only games we get a little bit of insight into it when we see two teams going at each other cross-divisionally. And I think for me, it's got to be a RiZe eSports prediction here to win. Would you agree with that? Or do you have faith in Godalions Celeritas? They've only won 6 games all season, but they'll be able to win the 4 they need to win this best of 7.
I mean, they are going to work to stay in Division 1, but I believe at my boys and girls at RiZe eSports. So I do have to agree with you on the RiZe taking the game. So nonetheless, let's begin the promotion and relegation game. RiZe eSports against Godalions Celeritas. Let's get this show started.
Winner goes up, a loser goes down. RiZe eSports, they're in the blue corner. Godalions Celeritas in the orange. We are getting this one underway. Broken with the kickoff, going down to that right side early. They'll be looking for a good goal here. Nice early on, settle the nerves for RiZe eSports, considering how they let that best of 7 slip in the grand final against ILV Black. They might be feeling a little bit anxious going into this game, maybe more anxious than they would otherwise.
It's very important for both of these teams, as one team wants to go into Division 1, the other wants to stay in Division 1. Both teams currently just trying to find an opening. That's nearly a pass by Robo into Broken. Broken can't react quick enough. Robo now going for a shot to Sir Hunter, but no one from the orange side could put it in. Now, Sensei, I'll call him Sensei, trying to keep the ball in the blue half. He does do so. Broken can't find a touch. Shadow will find it. Tries to go for a double touch. Sir Hunter gets the bomb. Sticks nearly putting one in, but Robo gets the save. Robo pinching it with his teammate. Snakes getting a demo on Robo as Broken takes his time and tries to clear.
Yeah, both teams have had a decent start. There was almost a big defensive slip up there from RiZe eSports. Almost gifted an early chance to the Godalions boys, but nothing came up with Snakes. He's going to look to open this one up. Centers the ball. That's tapped on towards the net. Good team bump. Bump coming through, but nothing going to come of that. Sir Hunter, a man whose name I don't think either of us have said yet, going up for this aerial, doesn't get it. Here comes Robo with the shot, and I don't know how he's threaded that one between the two players in the net, but it won't matter. Godalions Celeritas, they may only have won 6 games, but they're looking to find their 7th here.
Snakes and Broken can't find a touch on the ball, lets that ball slip behind them as Robo grabs the lead for Godalions Celeritas. Oh boy, this is going to be an exciting one. Both teams already early on, just going for a lot of pressure. As I speak, Broken goes for a double touch, can't find it. The Shadow goes for a shot. Sensei with the save. Sticks now taking off the wall, goes for an air dribble. Nearly gets blocked by Sensei, goes for the flip reset. He gets it, Sir Hunter gets the save. Broken keeps the pressure.
Yeah, and I think that early goal for Godalions Celeritas is what you want as a neutral viewer. We don't want this to be a dominating victory for RiZe eSports. We want to see this go all the way. Game 7, yes please. They were on the menu at the weekend. Will they be here? Snicks will look to try and regain the lead, and he will pinch on Sir Hunter, who tries to go up for another save. He doesn't get this one though, and Snicks finds the first goal for RiZe eSports.
Great equalizer for Snicks, just dunking it and putting it under Sir Hunter. Says goodnight to him as well. Brilliantly played by Snicks. This is what we want to see. A good show by the both teams, just proving that they either want to stay in Division 1 or move up to Division 1. In this case, RiZe wants to move up and Celeritas wants to stay.
Both teams bringing their A game so far. It's resulted in a deadlock that we're still waiting to see who will break. Broken shot will do it into the bottom right. Two players rotating in, neither of them able to get to the net in time. Sensei is the man who gets the early flick on, but Sir Hunter coming in from that right side, unable to get there in time, and that's going to be a little bit frustrating for Celeritas.
Brilliant block by Shadow on Sensei there to get it past all of the defenders. Oh well, the last defender. Sir Hunter couldn't get to the ball in time, and Broken will be the one who breaks that equalizer. Now Snicks gets the save. Sir Hunter with a touch into the middle. Shadow trying to go for the clear. Broken gets blocked by Robo. Sir Hunter without any boost to work with, waits for Snicks to push him. Now Shadow regains control over the ball, goes for an air dribble, gets a pass one, goes for the double touch. Will he get it? Robo gets the block on the back wall and Snicks goes for the pass. Broken can't find the net. Broken now goes for a pass without any boost, gets it through the middle. Shadow ready in the middle, gets the shot. Robo with the save. Snicks still up, drops it down and grabs that third goal for RiZe eSports.
Well, this is what we were expecting, a bit more daylight between the two sides now, and it's Snicks flying through the air, pirouetting to get that third goal for his team, his second of the game. He wants to take his team into Division 1, and at the moment they're on course to do so in game number 1.
The pressure is on now by RiZe eSports, just piling up the shots, the air dribbles, everything they can throw at the Godalions and the Celeritas. They want to grab this series and they're thirsty for it. Already proving in this first game, which you usually don't see RiZe attempt to do in a Division 2 game. But this is a promotion, a relegation game. What an exciting one it is as well.
Yeah, and the worry for Celeritas is they're so used to just losing game after game. This one is important though, they cannot lose this one. They are going to go on the attack here. Robo's shot is blocked. Lots of demos happening, traded 1 for 1 for the two sides. Shadow's been the man in the air, he's not going to take that one, it's actually Broken comes sliding in. Sensei looking to take this one under control, and I would say if there's a single man for Godalions Celeritas who looks likely to find their second goal, it would be that man and Robo in the Fennec.
Snicks unfortunately getting blocked by Robo, so Hunter can't find a touch on the ball. Shadow gets the clear. Snicks already up on it, gets the touch into the backboard, tries to get that double touch. Broken can't find the back of the net, pins it on the post. So Hunter with the clear. Shadow quick on the ball, passes it into the Robo instead. Broken with the save, brilliantly sent it into his own corner, gets a pass one-on-one situation, gets that flick behind Robo, that's going in. So Hunter quick on the recovery, grabs the save. Hunter misses as well. Now Shadow forced to make a play, passes it into the middle, a bit by Snicks. 10 seconds left on the clock in this game 1. Broken can't find a touch on the ball. Oh, miscommunication there. Player Sensei could have easily put it in. 1 second now. 0. Sensei keeping it alive. Once again, Shadow gets blocked by Robo. The ball drops and RiZe eSports grabs the first game.
Encouraging signs for RiZe eSports. They have game number 1 under their belt, but Godalions Celeritas a little bit worrying there for the last minute and a half, 2 minutes. They were just getting hemmed in at their own box, just conceding shot after shot. It was 12 in total for RiZe eSports. They were able to turn 3 of them into goals. So both teams feeling pretty, I would say they both feel fairly happy with their performance. Celeritas, they've sort of settled into the game a little bit. They did have that early advantage, but they're not getting swept in the way that they were sort of used to getting swept in league play. Of course, we've mentioned it before, we'll mention it again, the 6-game wins. Totally unacceptable. This series is looking a little bit better for them. Do you think game 2 might be a switch around?
Maybe. I mean, the first game was very interesting. It was Godalions Celeritas who grabbed the lead at first, but then RiZe eSports came punching back at them harder than what they could ever do. So I think they can, but it's going to be a close one. I can't tell, but nonetheless, the game is underway. Shadow tries to get the clear at 6. No, getting blocked by Sensei. Shadow is in the corner, so Hunter with a shot. Will it go in? It will! And it is Godalions Celeritas who grabs the lead.
Yeah, good work by Sir Hunter. He's on that right side. He's been the goalkeeper almost. He's had a massive amount of saves in game number 1, but he's changing up his role for game number 2, and within 12 seconds he's able to break that deadlock, flicks the ball. A nice bent cars. Godalions Celeritas, they're hoping for not a repeat of game number 1 where they had the lead last time. They'll hope to learn from their mistakes and try and hold on to this one here.
Robo getting a brilliant block on Shadow, but no boost to work with sticks. Sends it away. Shadow quick on the follow-up, can't find it though, so Hunter goes for the pass into Broken as Shadow gets a demo going back, but Robo is quick on the counter. Gets that second shot for Godalions as he extends the lead for them as well.
Overconfidence, overextension from RiZe eSports lets Robo slip in behind and slot home their second goal. 45 seconds on the clock. They have a 2-0 advantage, and this might be uncharted waters for them. They might not know what's going on. They are ahead in a game for once. They're going to have to try and hold this.
Oh!
Shadow!
Brilliant shot by Shadow. Sorry for cutting you out there, but what was that for a recovery? Reading the bounce from the corner while going backwards, gets the shot on target, and he just, shortens that a 2-goal deficit into a 1-goal deficit. Brilliant play.
Worry, you didn't cut me off. I was just interrupted by Shadow getting that aerial as I finished my sentence. Sensei might interrupt me here by getting the dribble. Instead, it's Snicks to cut across and make the save. Goes for an air dribble. Had a few of those in the first game. He's going to just leave that one for Shadow, the goal scorer of the first for RiZe eSports. The ball is currently just floating around a little bit dangerously in their own half. That's a setup for Snicks. Shot comes through. Sir Hunter with a very risky save. I thought he might have just projected that one into the roof of his own net. Trying to start a counter-attack. Shadow's shot stroke clearance is blocked by Sensei, and this could be a good chance here for Celeritas. And it is.
It is a good chance for Celeritas. Man is speaking the words of a god. What a prediction by you, Blue Wolf. Robo gets it past all 3 defenders in net, and it takes back that 2-goal deficit.
Well, Godalions Celeritas, they were pretty limp in the league play, but they're showing up where it matters. They want to prove they are a Div 1 team, and they're doing so far with that 2-goal advantage restored. Shadow, the man who scored the last goal, trying to set something up here, ends up just setting up Robo. The shot is too high and too wide. Is Broken able to clear? Sets up Snicks with a fleck on towards the box now, but Sir Hunter, as ever, is in that net and able to clear this one away. So Celeritas, at the moment, they're looking solid defensively, and they might just add to their lead here.
Not only do they look very promising in the defense, their offense is brilliant this game. They're just piling up the pressure as much as possible. Just only Shadow's been aiming to get one shot on target, and it is that nasty double touch recovery while going backwards. Just brilliant play by Shadow, but that's a shot open. But no one is there for the follow-up. The ball stays out of net. Still 2-goal deficit. What was happening there with the offense?
It's almost heartbreaking for both teams in the sense that Godalions Celeritas got that unlocked.
Oh, that's a bomb!
The ball goes flying towards their net, but RiZe eSports, they're not able to turn that one in. They're able to turn this one in though. Shadow helped out by Broken, who comes with a drive-by bump and lets Shadow beat Sensei on the dribble. Just a 1-goal advantage now for Celeritas, and it's just going to be a case of trying to dig in their fingernails and hold on.
Oh, and as you speak of holding on, Broken is the one who sends that ball into that orange half Sticks. Quick on the follow-up, tries to keep the pressure alive for RiZe eSports. Shadow pops it into the middle. No one from the RiZe eSports side is there to follow up apart from Sticks. Broken gets it on the one, tries to get it for the pass to the middle. He does get it a bit too wide though. Sticks now goes for the shot a bit too high. Shadow with the follow-up a bit too wide. What is happening? Broken keeps that ball in the orange half. Robo gets the bump instead of the ball. Sensei tries to go for the clear. Gets cut off by Sticks. So Hunter nearly getting demoed by Sticks. Broken with the shot on target. Robo, will you save it? You will beautifully. Broken is still up on the orange field, chasing that ball down. That's an open net. Robo will it get the save once again.
This game is looking to end the way of the last one with constant and consistent pressure on that Celeritas net. This time though, they're holding on to a lead. And they're going to try and hold on to it for another minute and 10 seconds. Shadow's on for a hat-trick here. He's been the man who's been able to break that defense. He's going to try and do it a third time. The Snick centers that ball. Not enough boost to make the aerial. Shadow unable to find the way through the two goalkeepers there. And once again, their attack is sent back, and they have to try and build from the back here. But Sir Hunter set up Robo. That's going to be saved fairly easily, though, by Broken.
Broken tries to get it past Sensei. Can't do so. Sensei now empty. Gets a Goomba stomp on someone as well. Shadow going for a pass to Broken. Broken with a shot. Will it go in? And it is timing.
Well, we've just seen a bit of gratitude there. Shadow was set up for Broken with that bump on the last goal. This time he sets up Broken for that nice shot, but arguably could have been saved there by Sensei. It was kind of right at him. He ends up flipping limply in the air, unable to stop that one, and Godalions Celeritas' 2-goal lead has evaporated here.
Sensei with the miss now leaves RiZe eSports a lot of time to work with. 30 seconds left on the clock. That's another team play, a bit too wide unfortunately this time. Shadow keeps it boxed in, that orange half. Broken keeps it boxed in as well, so Hunter tries to clear it as Sticks now nearly actually getting blocked by Sir Hunter. 10 seconds left on the clock. Shadow leaves it for Sticks. Sticks goes for a pass into Sensei instead. Broken gets the block. Will we see an overtime in this second game? Shadow keeps it alive, and the ball drops, and we see overtime.
Yeah, question of if overtime resets the momentum, as RiZe eSports, they were certainly in the ascendancy, but it's Godalions Celeritas with the first attack. Robo with a touch on, it's Broken to try and stop him starting an air dribble. So Hunter looking to lead this one forward. Celeritas, no one up there for him though. As Snicks looks to take RiZe eSports out of their own box for the first time. Sir Hunter's aerial is backwards, might set up Broken. The interception is there from Sensei though. So we are still waiting for our first proper shot of overtime with 30 seconds gone though. Both teams have had an attack.
Both team of course is very focused now. They don't want to make any small mistakes that might cost them the game. Overtime means 1 goal and you will take it. That's an attempt, a demo attempt by Sir Hunter, but that's an open net for the Godalions side now. Broken just a bit too wide. None of his teammates can follow it up. That's a very good, attempt by Robo, but he can't find the back of the net. The ball is still alive. We're still in overtime. 1 minute already passed. This is going to be an intense one.
Yeah, Broken had 2 options there as he was attacking. He could either pass it by hitting the ball more to the left, or he could shoot by going to the right. He ends up shooting, not hitting the target, but then the ball is too far gone to be able to hit any of his teammates. It's almost a disaster there for RiZe eSports, but I'm sure more chances will come. They have the ball now. Snick's not enough boost to make the shot, makes the pass. Shot dragged wide though by Broken. Robo looking to try and take this one away. He misses it. Shadow still on for that hat-trick. Is going to try a shot, not able to squeeze that one in. Broken not beaten in the air. He's found the goal that has secured game number 2 the way of RiZe eSports, rising from the centre of the pitch, able to drive that one over everyone and into the top left.
Of course, earlier on, before game 2 started, you did ask me if Godalions had a chance. They proved it, they had a chance, but RiZe eSports, once again, piling up the pressure, not giving up. They want to take it home in a fashion, just sweeping Godalions Celeritas. At least that's what everyone wants to do. We always want to sweep the other team, but when given the opportunity. But sometimes when you're on that very, very last game, of course this is a best of 7, but if we're talking about a best of 5, you're taking 2 games now, the pressure is on, you get flashbacks. Oh god, we have to take it calm now. this game is crucial. If we win, we sweep. But then that just ends up ruining your momentum. In this case, we are going to game 3, of course. It's going to be an interesting one, Blue Wolf. Do you think Godalions will take this game 3, or will RiZe eSports hold on to that series lead?
Well, if current trends hold, we saw game number 1 was dominant RiZe eSports. Game 2 was effectively even, dead set between the two squads. So, you know, if things keep going the way they are going, Godalions Celeritas, they will take this game number 3. But of course, that is purely theoretical. We have to wait and see what the teams can pull off in the server. Sticks his flick, lands for Hunter to try and take this one down, get things going for Celeritas. They scored early in the last game. They might concede though. Broken, who scored that aerial goal from his own half in the first game, in game number 2, unable to start this one as he ended the last. He will get the first goal though, unable to make a save with Sensei, and that's a good start for RiZe eSports.
Robo can't do anything, so Hunter with the misflip actually tries to go for the clear, just side flips or diagonally in front instead, leaves the net open. Robo in an awkward position, it gets the touch, but not the save. It Sticks will extend the lead while I was talking. Great play, just great pass by Broken as well, getting it past 2 defenders. Hunter a bit too far away straight off the kickoff. Can't react quick enough to Sticks flick.
Yeah, there is the worry for Celeritas. They're so used to losing that they might just mentally break. Having lost the first 2 games, it might be hard for them to stay motivated. They might think this one's already a foregone conclusion, and that is a self-fulfilling prophecy that looks to be coming to pass, as Broken has netted their 3rd goal within just over the first 30 seconds.
All they have to do is hold on and don't be too confident. Of course, pile on the pressure, keep on scoring. That's what you have to do when you have this lead. Just extend it. But if you just, you know, get too confident and then overcommit, that's why. Shadow! What are you doing?
Well, the game wasn't competitive enough for it to hold the edge. That goal truly deserved the aerial dribble round all 3. That might be the goal of RiZe eSports season in their very final game. And Shadow, he's all the better for scoring it. That is going to be a massive confidence booster for him and a massive shaker for Godalions.
Oh boy, if no one clips that, I'm going to be very surprised. Honestly, that shot was incredible. Getting the flip reset and just faking out the 2 defenders who double committed on each other. That's an open net again. Actually, never mind, since it was home, but Sticks couldn't get the shot nonetheless. So Hunter now turning on the ball. Can't do much with the amount of boost he had. Shadow going for another air dribble. Broken going for a what he possibly got it. I can't see. Robo just gets the save. So Hunter being bullied and harassed by Shadow. Sticks now popping it into the backboard. Robo can't find a good touch on the ball, so Hunter sends it into Sensei, a bit too wide. That's popping out dangerously into the middle. Robo's ready, going for a pass into Sensei. Shadow cutting it off. Robo straight back at the middle, goes for a shot, a bit too light, as Broken will happily just send it away.
Yeah, good 50 there, and I suppose the only real positive to be taken for Celeritas so far is they haven't conceded in a little while. After that amazing goal by Shadow, things have been all quiet on their own goal front, as Shadow made an air dribble before. He'd be full of confidence. He actually sets up Snicks. His shot is only able to go anywhere near the net. Broken, the 3rd man, trying to have a go himself now. He's going to try and pass towards Snicks, who's a bit too far in the corner to be able to do anything, and then in the end it's actually a shot saved by Sensei. So with 2.5 minutes here, it seems Godalions Celeritas, they've steadied the ship. They need to start pushing forward and start finding those goals to take themselves back into this game number 3.
Now Robo can't find a touch on the ball, so Sticks will happily take the ball, tries to go for a double touch, gets cut off by Sir Hunter. Broken, going for a shot, passing to the Sticks, Sticks passing down to Shadow! Will it be the one who dropped the 5th goal? What a team play that was! 3-man, holy cow, what is this?
Well, RiZe, they're just pulling out all the tricks, and you know, the roster might be different next season. You may as well use everything you've got in your bag right about now. They're cutting out all the stops. They want to be in Division 1. They want to send a message to the teams that are there that RiZe Esports, they're not to be messed with next season, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of teams quaking in their boots. One team that's quaking in their boots is Godalions Celeritas, and they're in the server with them. With 2 minutes left, this comeback is looking incredibly unlikely, but stranger things have happened.
Miracles do happen, and we have to pray for it. Sensei with a brilliant save on Stick's shot. They can't get the one by Shadow. Once again, gets a brilliant double touch. Unfortunate by Robo, who couldn't find the touch before him.
Yeah, I'm glad that one was saved. We got to see a lovely another goal by Shadow. He's currently sitting on a 3. That is the hat-trick completed, but I'd like to see him score a third pretty good goal so he'd have a nice hat-trick of brilliant bangers. He did score what I would say is probably the best Rocket League goal I've watched probably all month.
Oh boy, as you were speaking, both Shadow and Sticks were just comfortable, just going for some freestyle team play there. Both up in the mid-air, pre-jumping each other. And it was just, you know, if we went in, it would have been a very highlight moment. Now again, Shadow getting a brilliant musty flick into the middle. Broken gets a touch into Sticks. Sticks grabs the ball behind Robo, going for a flip reset. Broken gets the bomb, but Sticks can't find the musty flick. Sensei sends it away. Shadow getting bumped in the process. Broken passes dangerously into the middle, gets the follow-up. That's past 2 players, a double commit by the Godalions Celeritas side, but RiZe Esports won't capitalize. They're already happy with their lead, but I would suggest them going for a Brazil, don't you think, Blue Wolves?
Well, going for a Brazil would mean they'd have to concede, and at the moment it doesn't look like they're going to do that. Godalions Celeritas, despite this game being 4 minutes gone, not a single shot has troubled the RiZe Esports net now. They're likely to concede again, if anything. Snicks' shot isn't going to go anywhere. Shadow going for another air dribble. Ground pinch to the right-hand side, sadly, not towards the net with 30 seconds on the clock. I guess it's just a question of do RiZe Esports score more goals.
So far, RiZe Esports already shown a lot of dominance this game, so I would be surprised if they couldn't grab the most important one, the match point one. The match point game always the most scariest, as you don't know how you will have to play. Either you have to play calm or you have to play aggressive. You don't want to concede, but nonetheless, it is 0 seconds left on the clock. The ball is still alive. Broken keeps it alive. Shadow with a number shot. Top flanger grabs the 7th goal.
Well, I said I wanted him to score a hat-trick of nice goals. I think he's achieved that there with the underbelly of his car. He hits the roof of the net. And that's a 7-goal win for RiZe Esports. They're currently sitting on series point. They need just one more game. And to be honest, Victor, I think this one might be over.
Don't speak too soon. I do believe the Godalions, nonetheless, yes, they got absolutely clapped by RiZe Esports in this game, but it's all about that mentality now. Do they have the energy to go for a reverse sweep, or will they just, you know, already give up and walk home? I mean, so far, yes, they didn't score, but nor did they have any shots on the blue half. But nonetheless, they did keep up with the pressure throughout the game after that 4th goal by Shadow. That brilliant flip preset to get it past the 2 defenders, and then the last one as well, going for a solo play. Pretty selfish of him, but it worked out for RiZe Esports, and they'll happily take it. But nonetheless, we move to match point, game number 4 in Utopia Coliseum. Will RiZe Esports walk away with a sweep, or will Godalions Celeritas stay alive?
Will RiZe Esports reach their own personal utopia? That's going to be Division 1. They've played so well all season, you wouldn't begrudge them a promotion considering how badly Godalions Celeritas have played, and this one's going to start in a similar vein to the last. Snicks with the early goal, bounces off the roof of the net, taps it in on the ground. Easy for him. 13 seconds, already 1-0, and I'm hoping we don't see a repeat of last game.
Let's hope that we don't see a repeat of the last game indeed, as we want some action. We want to see Godalions Celeritas, especially Godalions, our sponsor, by the way. Thank you for sponsoring another season. Nonetheless, Godalions Celeritas, this has been the worst season that they've ever like played in. They dominated Division 3, they dominated Division 2, and when everyone expected them to dominate Division 1, somehow they didn't. They got nothing but more than 6 wins. Like 6 wins, 6 games. Wins, of course, that's what I mean. But nonetheless, RiZe eSports now, they've shown to everyone they're a new team. No one has ever heard about them apart from in the German scene. Pretty popular in German scene, I've heard, which is, you know, congrats to them, of course. But nonetheless, RiZe eSports proving their dominance in their first ever season. That's a fake! It's a post over, but not in net.
Well, I think I might have to learn German to try and communicate with our new overlords, as it is going to be a second goal found by Snakes. It's easier than the first one, and that's saying something. Shadow did all the hard work with that flick on. Snakes just there to tap it in at the bottom. It's actually a decent goal by him. Turns his car 180 degrees vertically, taps it in with